Hi there. My tripod has just started to fall apart for my cell phone, so this is going to be probably a little wobbly. But I had this issue on this Olympia sm3 and the carriage. It wasn't smooth. It was riding okay from right to left, except in the last inch or two over here where it was going like starting to grind. So I thought it was a bushing issue, and I pulled all the bushings out of the bottom, especially on the left-hand side, replaced them. I even put an extra washer in on the left-hand side after the first ones didn't work to bring it up a little bit, and it still wasn't working. So I pulled the carriage off, and I looked underneath. You can't see both sides at the same time because the carriage is on now, but it was the issue with the carriage rail. So these two screws allow you to loosen the carriage rail and literally move it up or down, higher or lower. And on this side, the carriage rail was a tiny bit up that way, which means if you loosen the screws, you could slide the carriage rail up that way, which means the carriage was sitting lower on the escapement. And when that was happening, just at this end, it was going gunk, 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 gunk. On the other side, the carriage was and is about where this one is aligned now. There is, I don't know, these screws are just above the notches for the escapement to engage with the rack. And I suspect that it was because the rail was a little higher up that the escapement might have been banging on these screws. So I just loosened these screws, pulled this down the rack a little bit, tightened it up. Now the escapement can clear through and not hit these screws. It's the first time I've encountered this issue on, 25 of these Olympia SM machines. It was unique because almost always when the carriage is grindy, it's the bushings that are the issue. But in this case, I was able to figure out, I just looked at the distance between the screw and the top and bottom of these notches in the escapement rack, and I could see that there was a little less clearance right here on the left side than there was on the right side. So I loosened these two screws, slid the escapement rack down just a scooch, and tightened it up in place. I didn't touch the right-hand screws. There's probably a little bit of tension on this escapement rack in the middle, like, because I moved one side but not the other, but I tightened these down pretty well, and I think it's holding so far. This is my findings thus far.